your brand.
Hello, 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 beautiful people. How are you doing? How has your day been? Yes, and happy new month. Yes, welcome to the month of November. Okay, this is your brand, and of course, this is where we tell you things that can help your brand, that will elevate your brand, that will take your brand to the next level and make it stand out in the competitive market. My name is Iwalola Tolu Anyodibu. I am here again. No, I'm here with one interesting topic. As a matter of fact, this particular topic, or let me say one word, a lot of us run away from it. Why do we do that? I don't know what we think of. We think of it as being chaotic. And what is that thing? Crisis. Yes, crisis. And do you know it's as important knowing something about it? Knowing something about it is as important as that your brand that you're building. Yes. Yes. So when we're talking about crisis, we say crisis is that unpredictable event, something that you can't even think of, that can affect the reputation of your brand, that can affect the reputation of an organization or an individual. That's it. Organizations and individuals are a step away from crisis. No sector in a society is immune from crisis. Crisis in any progressive work is inevitable. Yes. And of course, while building that brand, you know what they say? Don't snooze. Of course, if you snooze, you lose. Okay, so you don't want to lose. So don't snooze. Okay, so what do you need to do? Just prepare. Okay, prepare yourself. Prepare for the worst case scenario. All right, and anything can cause crisis. It can be from a disgruntled employee if it's an organization. It can be from a competitor. Remember, I do tell us that either we are aware or not, either we are aware of it or not, there are competitors out there. Yes, so it could be from a competitor, maybe market change, regulation and deregulation change. It can be from a natural disaster. Yes, anything can actually cause crisis, so we should always be prepared at any time. Yeah, it can be a personal crisis, it can be personal, it can be organizational, it can be international, national, or global. I'm sure a lot of us can remember COVID-19. Yes, it was a global crisis, right? So I'm going to talk about this in 3 stages, which are before the crisis, and the crisis, and after the crisis. Things that we should do when we are faced with such situations. Like I said, crisis is something that you don't plan for. It's an unpredicted event. Okay, it's not like you've envisaged it. It's not like you planned for it. As a matter of fact, we all run away from it. Yes. So what do you do before the crisis? Now you should think of the worst case scenario. Anticipate what is the worst thing that can happen to my brand. What is the worst thing that can bring this brand down? Yes, anticipate the worst case scenario, and please ask some questions. Make sure you ask, what if? What if is very important. What if this? What if that? Yeah, and for every what if, make sure you have at least 2 answers to them. When you have all this, your what ifs, you get your answers to them, and know the people around you. Yes, if it's an organization, make sure you know you have full details of your of your staffs, of your employees, and as well the staffs, the employees, they should know a lot about your brand. And if there are changes in product line, let them know about it. Don't hoard information, and always be open to knowing who they are, knowing your staff, knowing people around you. It's very, very important. Yeah. Secondly, I talk about during the crisis, what should you do? Now, communicate. Communication is very, very, very important. Please, that is not the time for us to go on a holiday. Yes, it's not the time for us to go on a vacation. It's the time for us to come out and talk. It's the time for you to come out to tell people what actually happened, how it all came about, and please be as honest as possible. Be as honest as possible. People don't want to listen to lies. Yes, don't use lies to cover up or whatever it is that has happened. Please be as plain as possible, because it helps. It also helps to build credibility. Yes, it helps to build credibility and trust. So during the crisis, please make sure you come out to communicate. Communication is very, 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 very important. Communicate, please. Okay, so I have said about 2 things that you can do during crisis. Or let me say 1 thing. Okay, I've talked about crisis management in 2 stages, which is before the crisis and during the crisis. I've talked about asking what ifs, the questions, and having answers to them. And during the crisis, communication is very, very important. You have to communicate. After the crisis, now, what should you do? Now, you've communicated. That's not the time for you to rest. It's the time for you to do an evaluation. It's the time for you to check what is the root cause of this crisis. What actually happened? What caused the crisis? Yes. So do an evaluation. Make sure you do an assessment. Yes. Check after knowing the root cause. Check the strategy you used in tackling that crisis. In tackling that situation. Remember how it happened. Make sure you don't leave any stone unturned. Yes, remember the strategy you used in tackling the crisis, and also learn from it. It's very important. You've already known the root cause. You already devised a strategy, and now you have been able to conquer the crisis. Please learn from it so that such will not happen again. Such a situation will not occur again. Yes. So before I will leave today, I would like to leave you with this. In crisis, 2 questions comes up. And what are these questions? What if, and why me? Why this? Why that? Why anything? What if, and why me, or why this? Now, if you fail to ask what if, definitely you will not. You're going to end up asking what if. Why me? If you fail to ask what if this, what if that, the worst case scenario I spoke about earlier. So if you fail to ask what if, you will end up asking why me, or why this, or why that. So make sure you ask what if, so you don't end up asking why me, why this, why that when the crisis comes up. So if you avoid what if, you end up asking why me, why this, why that. And that's it on today's edition of Your Brand. I hope I've been able to explain 1 or 2 things in a way to stop or to wage war, because maybe it's too big, or at least to prepare yourself for the worst. God forbids anything like that. And I'm sure a lot of us like to run away from it. Yeah, I'm not even saying we should be thinking of negative things at all time. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm only saying we should just prepare, like set your mind on Okay, what if, because you're actually building a brand, there are people out there, there are things out there that it could actually be from a tweet that you made. Yes, it can be from a tweet or from a comment that was made on your tweet or on your platform, on your social media platform. So we all need to be careful. Like I said, no organization or individual is immune from crisis. We are all one step away from crisis. All right, and that's it on today's edition of Your Brand. Please do well to follow me on my social media platforms. On Facebook, it is Iwalola Tolu Anyodibu, and on Instagram and YouTube, it is at Your Brand Life. At Your Brand Life. And please do well to also sponsor this program. Please, if you're willing, if you wish to actually sponsor this program, do reach out to us on 091 600 56879. I repeat, 091 600 56879. All right, till I come your way, same time, same station next week. I remain your very own Iwalola Tolu Anyodibu. Until then, keep your brand moving. Your brand.